bienvenue, it is good to see you again. Shall I prepare the usual, the 8-course tech news? Magnifique. 2 days after Twitch allowed artistic nudity on the platform, the company has reversed that decision, to the shock of no one.
Isn't 2 days too long?
To catch you up, OnlyFans model Morgpie went viral for supposedly streaming topless, taking part in what was turning out to be an emerging meta. While Morgpie claims she was wearing a shirt just out of frame, we have our doubts. There's a clip. It's not in our sources, stop looking for it. And we won't claim to be experts on the female form, but one of us studied physics. And let's just say, the footage was gravitationally anomalous. Jacob had a lot of context for this. Anyway, Morgpie got banned, but after debates broke out over whether she had technically broken TOS or not, Twitch decided to update their sexual content policy for clarity, spelling out an allowance for content like Morgpie's that deliberately highlighted breasts, buttocks, or pelvic region, as well as fictionalized nudity, so like drawn or animated, of any kind, so long as it was correctly labeled. What followed was a biblical deluge of explicit art, or what Twitch called in today's blog post, a great deal of new content that was under the updated policy. Our community loves this new content. So Twitch reversed the policy and acknowledged their mistake. A mistake they could have avoided altogether if anyone who worked there knew how the internet works. What do you think this is? A church lunch? Like what? All right, Pastor, I have a crazy idea to boost attendance. Intel launched their new Core Ultra mobile processors, their first consumer CPUs with built-in neural processing units during the company's AI Everywhere event. What if you don't want AI to be everywhere? Too bad. The H series are designed for thin and light gaming workstation laptops, while the U series is meant for ultrabooks. Apparently, there has been a massive improvement in the integrated graphics, though Intel's previous attempts on the iGPU front have set a pretty low bar. They had a higher bar to clear with their new 5th gen Xeon processor, since they will be competing against AMD's excellent EPYC platform. Team Blue is really pushing the AI angle here with the data center chips, emphasizing the baked-in AI acceleration and calling the new Xeons the best CPU for AI, hands down. But Big Papa Pat Gelsinger didn't name the event AI most places, and that's why he also announced Gaudi 3, an AI chip meant to compete with NVIDIA's H100.
Don't ask about Gaudi 1 or 2.
Actually, they're not just meant to compete. Pat wants CUDA to die. I mean, he actually said that the AI industry is motivated to move towards more open standards, but that's the most threatening this particular tech CEO is capable of being. Sweet baby Big Papa Pat. A marketing company called Cox Media Group claims it can listen to consumers' ambient conversations through microphones in devices like smartphones to gather data for ad targeting. Even worse, they thought saying that was a solid business strategy. The company advertised active listening on their site as a marketing strategy for potential clients, calling it a marketing technique fit for the future, available today.
They mixed up their marketing textbook with 1984.
Yeah, there it is. Cox Media have since removed the page from their site, probably because it's not a good look, and also they might actually be lying. Conclusive proof for the common suspicion that our phones are listening to everything we say has been very difficult to find. Even if Cox Media could listen to people through their phones, most models today indicate when the microphone is being used. Actually, that's a feature exclusive to iPhones, according to Apple Insider. I mean, I thought privacy indicators were added back in Android 12, and so did Google based on their official support page. But who am I to argue with a headline? Very compelling. Now it's time for Quick Bits, brought to you by Tello, the company that is anti-pesky phone plan contracts. A philosophically sound position. Tello Mobile is offering more data and lowering their prices for every single plan for new and existing customers. From now on, for good. With data plans starting at just $5 a month, you get a host of features like free international calls to 60 plus countries, free hotspot and tethering, and unlimited 2G data after you used your 4G LTE/5G balance. Oh, and forget those binding contracts. Tello plans renew every 30 days, giving you the freedom to upgrade, downgrade, or cancel them at any time without additional charges. Check out Tello at the link below. Hey, I have an idea. What if you deliver the Quick Bits this time? Are you gonna? Okay, fine, I'll do it. Google Chrome will finally start blocking third-party cookies next year, merely years after every other browser. In a post on their official blog, the company will start testing their tracking protection feature on January 4th, starting with just 1% of global Chrome users. Google says they will reach every Chrome user at some point in the second half of next year. But cut them a break, these things take time. They still have to destroy all ad blockers everywhere first. In other Google news, the company has announced that it is changing how it handles Maps data, so it will no longer be able to access users' individual location histories. The change appears to be designed to make it pointless for law enforcement to serve Google with geofence warrants. These cast a wide net to scoop up the data of everyone who was in the general vicinity when a crime took place. Nearly all geofence warrants are directed at Google, but like a covert agent captured behind enemy lines, it can't be forced to tell what it doesn't know, even though it really, really wants to. In other Google news, the company has released an on-device diagnostic tool and repair manuals for Pixel phones, which they announced in a blog post just one day after Apple announced they were launching web-based diagnostic tools for iPhones. But Google went a step further by adding a repair mode setting they say can help protect your personal data from nosy repair shops. Honestly, Google doing all these things to protect my privacy kind of freaks me out. It's like if the popular girl suddenly asked me to prom. Frankly, I'm expecting a bucket of pig's blood. It's gonna show up at some point. It's an Amazon package.
Here, I brought you your pig's blood.
Oh, my pig's blood here! In other Google news, I'm sorry, that was a lot today. AI researchers at DeepMind claim that one of their large language models is the first one to discover new, verifiable solutions for open problems in mathematics. The model, using a method called fun search, in mockery of machines' current inability to feel enjoyment, was able to discover multiple, never-before-seen solutions to the well-known CAPSET math problem and the bin packing problem in computer science. Unlike biology or chemistry, these disciplines allow AI to make discoveries that can be tested without the risk of blowing up the lab or triggering a Last of Us situation. Math can't hurt you. It's not even real.
Some of it's imaginary.
And in non-Google news, finally, AI startup Channel One has created a proof of concept pilot episode for a 24/7 news network featuring a team of fully generated and digital double news anchors and AI augmented news coverage. Though the news stories therein are reportedly, at least partially, drawn from existing news sources and edited by human beings. In the example video, Channel One's square-jawed news homunculus directly contrasts an unaltered clip from a French broadcast of a man discussing damage from a storm,
Vers 2 heures du matin, j'ai entendu un gros bruit.
followed by an AI translated version that has the same man speaking English in several different accents simultaneously.
Into the air. And then, after 30 minutes, everything went crazy. It scattered all over the place.
His AI counterpart is apparently from the Appalachian region of Sussex. And I don't care if you're sus or if you're my ex, so long as you come back on Monday for more tech news. Just kidding, Ashley, stay away.